continuing where I left off, anyone could accepting bribery money should be thrown in jail. It should be a criminal offense. Um, but instead, what you have are these politicians where like something like 95% of them or some ridiculous number of them, as soon as they leave office, they go to become lobbyists. Revolving door. Oh, let me make all these laws that's going to make my future company lots of money, and or the one I just invested in or whatever. Uh that's why money and politics corrupt. And this is what the mafia does, you know? They they um they pay off our politicians. Sometimes they use anyone who tries to go against the curb. They'll smear, they'll slander. You know, I'm going to mention this because I just this made me upset too. This whenever okay, let's put it this way. The mainstream media is so corrupt that whenever they say, "Oh, so and so should become president or be president," like that Cuomo guy and the governor of New York should be made president. Just know that whenever they say this guy is good, just think the opposite. This guy is really bad and evil. Really bad and evil. So just keep that in mind, okay? Whenever our mainstream media out that, oh, this is a good guy, most likely the opposite is true. Now, let me tell you a little thing that you won't hear in the mainstream media about Cuomo. Cuomo was offered from the federal government $6.7 billion to help out with all the deaths that's happening in New York. Okay, the undersupplied medical staff and just the total disaster that's happening right there in real time. I mean, people coming out. There's like refrigerator fulls of body bags that are being picked up at places. It's no joke, okay? Now, Cuomo was offered $6.7 billion, okay, from for federal help, but the condition was that he had to make sure he did make no cuts to Medicare or Social Security, okay? That's it. Do you know that motherfucker turned down the $6.7 billion offer by our federal government so that he could make $2.5 billion in medical and Medicare costs? Now, that's what he wanted to do. Thankfully, some advocates knew about this nefarious plan and stopped it, okay? But just the nerve that this asshole had, he's not your friend even during the crisis, okay? Cuomo is not your friend. And the fact that Bill Maher and other dumbasses can't even fucking do their own research and see what he did. He turned down 6.7, or he was going to turn down $6.7 billion in federal help. This is a sociopath, psychopath. I don't know, maybe all the above. They all are. We have